And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Cowboys more than likely run it back times more and more. More and more updates. Come on.
What more do you want from me?
And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure, hit the like, share this content. Let's get it. Yep. Ain't no party like a Cowboy party. But what about a non-Super Bowl party? From my studios to yours, ladies and gents, be sure to stand to your feet. Stand tall or not at all. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let me know if the audio's straight. Let me know if I'm too loud or if I'm too low. Come on. Yup. Come on. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those who watching and tuning in to the nation. My name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about these boys. We still them boys, man. You know, we still them boys, right? And y'all okay? I ain't okay, man. Therapy session finna kick off. Come on. Come on. Paging me, asking me, are you still we still them boys, baby? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me. Oh wait, we still them boys, man. Who going to the Super Bowl, man? Who's watching? You know, y'all okay, man? Yeah.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
As we go through the time of this, man, this is a situation that, you know, a little later on, a little earlier on today, we got a chance to talk to the Parsons family, and it was my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports. Salute to Ray. Ray, as well as we were on the podcast. Shout out to Terrence Parsons. We got a chance to talk to him, and that episode and that video will be out soon. So I always say it's always good to stand on business. Right, it's always good to stand on business, and we did just that. We try to make sure that we make everything fair and balanced here on the nation. We try to go over everything that possible, and this is us in the studio with Ray. You see me as well as Boss Cowboys Sports and Terrence Parsons. He had his side of the story. I can't wait for you guys to hear the full interview. We went over everything that Jesse said, right? And we applied it to the nature of the Cowboys. And that's what we do. We standing on business the best way possible. And why not bring in my dog, man, Boss Cowboys Sports, who've been rocking with me. And I can't wait. It was Jesse there? No, Jesse was not able to come to the show or what have you. But we did get a chance to hear it from Parsons. You know, and, shout out to Mama Parsons, shout out to Brother Parsons, shout out to Sister Parsons, all of the Parsons, man, appreciate them. And they were able to chime in. So that's what we do. We are not out here trying to cause a great divide, right? And I tell people this all the time. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And on top of that, those convinced against their will is of the what? Same opinion still. So I don't want y'all to get
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
I don't want y'all to do that, man. Yeah, let's look, Bear 24, I know you follow the channel. Put some cover on it, right? And I always out here team to cover. And for those who got the conspiracy theory, of, hey, man, the conspiracy theory of, hey, Law, you know what I'm saying, Jerry Wayne Jones is dropping that money off to you.
Your damn act together.
No.
I don't like your attitude.
No way. Because if Jerry Jones for paying me, he ain't paying me enough, man. Jerry, you got to run that bag, man, if you supposed to have me as your insider source or to move stuff away from players, man. I want a price of 7 figures, man. Shoot. Jerry, pay me 7 figures, man. I need 7 figures with that. No. I wouldn't be out here doing that for free. No. Without conflict, great is the misery of godliness. Yeah, I feel you, Jesus. Appreciate you. But I would say this, though. The Dallas Cowboys, how can we fix this? As in words of my guy Dez Bryant, who said, fix this, Rich. How can we fix this? So more than likely the Cowboys are going to run this back if Dan Quinn don't get the job at Seattle land, if he don't get the job at Washington. So how can we get things going? Here's be my 1,000 truth, and we got a chance to talk to Boss about this. We even got a chance to talk to Parsons about this, and we got a chance to the brother Parsons, the older brother Parsons, and we got a chance to talk to Ray about this, and I can't wait for the episode to be uploaded so everybody can understand. 2 things that I'm looking for. Call me silly, but I'm looking for a linebacker. That's all he plays is linebacking stuff, right? I'm looking for interior defensive help. There's nothing wrong with Mozzie to me. There's nothing wrong with Big Jonathan Hankins if we decide to bring him back for a cup of coffee and Osa and any of those boys that we have. But if the Cowboys are real about this situation, then what they're going to do here is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fix the core on the defensive side of the coin. Let me say this again. Fix the core on the defensive side of the coin. On the offensive side of the coin, I know a lot of people say, hey, let's get rid of Dak. Let's move on from Dak. I get all of that. But for right now, we got $60 million tied into Dak. And there's 2 things you can do. Either extend him or let him play it out. But in short, the Cowboys are negative $19 million in the hole right now. And before the new salary cap fixtures push in, what we can do here, extend some other contracts. There's some movable pieces in there, or restructure some contracts. Like I said, with Trayvon Diggs and Terrence Steele. Add some more money in, sign Trayvon, but sign CeeDee Lamb, and then you'll have more and more money. And what you can do with that money is go out there and get you a legitimate running back. I get it. A lot of people were out or is out on Tony Pollard. But I think, and I'm going back to my theory, ladies and gentlemen, when you use the franchise tag, I know a lot of people don't like me when I say this, but when you use the franchise tag, it's equivalent to a payday loan place, title loan place, check and go place. Great cities, where prominent cities don't have those title loan places in prominent neighborhoods. That is for the poor. We are a multi-billion-dollar organization. There's no reason for you to take out a loan shark or go to the loan sharks to pay for things. You got to plan properly. And the $10.5 million that we paid for my guy Tony Pollard, that's money that we couldn't extend. That's money that we couldn't spread out over the cap. That was a big $10 million hit for an element of what we got out of it. For the Eagles, I'm only bringing them up for context. For them to pay $5 million for DeAndre Swift was literally, a situation that they
Thief! Stop, thief! Come back, thief!
They stole a whole bunch of stuff. So the Cowboys, in order, and I'm not saying that we are not able to rap with these good teams, and I'm not saying that the Eagles are a real good team, by the way, but they handled that a whole lot better than us. What I'm saying is, Cowboys, for the 2024 season, can y'all do us a huge favor and don't play around with the franchise tag? Because there's money you can't prorate and you can't spread out. let's just go ahead and do some real work, real research, and let's go ahead and make the necessary moves. Once we give CD his new contract, let's not play around with CD. Go ahead and give him his new contract. That will open up some cap space. Restructure Trayvon Diggs if necessary. And you can restructure Terrence Steele. Once you have that money, because if you're not all the way in on Dak Prescott, don't let this be a contract war all off season. We're talking about, should we extend? Should we let him play? Just go ahead and make your announcement. Go ahead and make your announcement. And move on from there. Don't put the fan base in purgatory. Don't put the fan base in not necessarily purgatory, but don't hold us hostage, basically. That's a better way to say it. Don't hold us hostage. Right? Because the divide is already here. There's people saying, hey, Trey Lance season. Somebody saying give Cooper Rush a chance, right? And then there's another people say, hey, Dak is elite. Dak is everything, right? Dak is giving the short end of the stick. Dak is giving the long end of the stick, right? Dak is getting shafted. You know, there are people that saying Dak is getting
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Some people are saying those things, and of course they are idiotic with those things. Bland need a new contract. Shout out to you, Rev. I think Bland contract is not touchable until next season because he's going into his third season. You got to wait till after his third season, right, in order to get things going in that particular fashion. But what the Cowboys can do, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are out here watching, is help the core. We're going to need a center. I don't think that, Tyler Biotish gave the Cowboys enough for them to renegotiate or try to give him a new contract, right? You can literally, TJ Bass, you can go through everything and see whether or not you're going to move him at center. We know he can play guard. We know he can play tackle. We still don't know what we got out of Awesome Richards, who looked really good during training camp and looked really good or solid when his number was called in preseason, right? So those are things that we have to understand. Yes, we do need a power back, not a power bottom. Yeah, A Sigma. We need some power in there, man. And let's not sleep on 40 ounce. Give 40 ounce a chance. That's all we saying. We need to stop playing with games. And on top of that, if we're going to run it back with a reason. Run it back with a reason. We still don't know. All right, so if we break down this division, right, the Cowboys have a strong chance of winning this division again. Strong chance. But we understand now that winning the division, they should have already knew this, right? That don't mean a hill of beans. It don't. It don't mean a hill of beans if you're not prepared when you get to the playoffs. And the same problem that you have this past playoff, if you running it back, you will have the same problem regardless. Here's the truths of it. If Dan Quinn was looking for a job his first time here, his second time here, his third time here, what you think he's going to be looking for on his fourth time here? And we have to understand, yeah.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too.
We got to understand that. Yeah, Paul says, I'm like you, Law. I don't trust Dan Quinn. But unfortunately, the trust is from the front office, right? And somewhere around the way, it'll be predicated upon whether Mike McCarthy can really trust Dan Quinn too. It's going to be that, So at the end of the day, what in order for the Cowboys need to do, I've heard, shout out to my guy Skywalker and Foots the King. They was looking at a wide receiver from South Carolina. What's his name? Leggett or what have you. They were saying that he's more of a 4.3, 4.4 guy. He's going to be phenomenal. 6'3", 225 pounds. Nice guy. You know, he can probably run every route in the tree. I heard those boys this morning talking about he could be just as good as Marvin Harrison Jr., right? Or if depending on which system he goes to, he could be phenomenal for us. And I'm sitting back thinking, I get it. Another wide receiver? What? Another wide receiver? At the end of the day, we still don't know who Jalen Tolbert is. At the end of the day, we drafted Jalen Brooks, who looked phenomenal. Phenomenal during training camp. Preseason, he was looking good too. We still haven't explored all of the regions of Cavante Turpin. Right? It's crazy as Xavier Leggett. Appreciate you for the name. Michael Gallup still getting his reps. CD Lamb, they don't know whether or not they're going to extend or keep him around. You know what I'm saying? But they need to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and go ahead and be in front of this thing. One of the pet peeves of mine with this particular team is that we do draft pretty well. But when it's time to pay them, they like, I don't know. We move a little too slow. I think you got too many hands in the pot. And there's nobody who can stand tall with this and make the movement move. When you're driving something, and the fellas know this right here, and the ladies love it. The ladies love an alpha male. The ladies love a man that have the mindset to say, baby, we going to Cheesecake Factory. And I'm standing on business. Right? They don't love that man to be like, I'm trying to appease her. I don't know whether or not she wants steak or she wants a seafood restaurant. I don't know whether or not she want to go high end or low end. But a person like a woman will love a man that put his foot down, baby, we going to Cheesecake Factory. Or baby, we going to Ruth Chris. Baby, we going to Chili's. We finna have a blast. I'm the entertainment, right? Well, no matter where we go. If your company is good with you and in is love with you, it don't matter where you eat. That's the moral of the story. But the Cowboys, we are so slow to it. They thinking and they outthink themselves. They continue, to say, well, she don't like Cheesecake Factory, but I like it. But she do like some stuff on the menu. Oh my goodness, man, Red Lobster is good. I don't know, man. Maybe I can go to Raoul's, Papa Do's and stuff. But now put your foot down, Jerry or John Stephen Jones, and make a decision. Don't linger and push this thing all the way. And now you have mixed emotion, mixed feelings, and then you find yourself
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
You get swallowed up with the whole decision. Stop being lukewarm is what I'm saying. Stand on it and keep it moving, right? And understand when you start talking about the money is going to start talking about you. Hey, man, we got to worry about paying Parsons. We got to worry about paying the guy that we're going to draft this year in the first round. We got to worry about paying Tyler Smith. Hey, man, Tyler Smith is going to be worried about Tyler Smith when his time is right. We trying to win now. We ain't trying to win 30 years from now. And you find yourself trying to win 30 years from now. Try to win the game now. Try to win the season now. At some point, that's why they call it a leap of faith. Come on now. Can somebody do this for me? I know one of y'all got the answers here. But what's the definition of faith? Can somebody put that down somewhere in the chat? I want the substance unseen. I want somebody to put down the right and proper information for that. Yeah, Willie T, shout out to you, man. We talking about paying a player means being cheap. Yeah. Come on now. Somebody said swallow.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah. Faith means belief without evidence. Ooh, that's a short way to saying it. Yeah. And that is what trust is too. You got to have some. Look, the Cowboys, I get it. I understand. We've been burned by the Joey Galloway situation. We gave up the world to get him. Made the Seattle Seahawks famous. Sean Alexander was blessing folks, running all type of yards. And we were sitting there like, that's all picks. They went all the way to the Super Bowl with Matt Hasselbeck or whoever his name was at the time. With all picks. And yes, we got hosed by that Detroit situation. I think we gave up 2 first-round picks, or a first and a third, for Roy Williams. And he looked like the Detroit Lions last night, right? He couldn't catch anything. Ball hit him in the hands and he just falls apart, right? The faith is the substance of things hoped for, yeah. We don't have none of that. We like, hey, we want to wait to the end here. We want to see where this player's at. And then the only time we operate and move fast on a player, when a player get hurt. When a player get hurt, my guy John Stephen Jones, that's his full government name, by the way. I keep saying John Stephen. I don't know why I keep calling that full government name of Stephen Jones. We Birdman rubbing, bro. Pause if that's necessary. But we Birdmaning over here. When you see a hurt player, Cowboys jump all the way in. They jump fully in. Hey, Tyrone Crawford, we got you, dog. Oh, excuse me. Tony Pollard, we got you, dog. Terrence Steele, we got you. When they get hurt, we got to figure these things out. Now, I'm not saying that the players shouldn't get paid or what have you, but that's just how things go. We sullied our own waters with here. You know what I'm saying? Dak, hey, man, we're going to go ahead and give you the biggest contract, man. Dak was trying to put his ankle back together, y'all. The Cowboys guilt paid themselves into that when the nation rocked the world on how horrible the Jones family handled that. So it is what it is. Every contract we sign has blown in their faces. Yeah, Mr. Fallen Hero. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. I can't. Jalen Smith looked good in 2018. Drop foot and all, looking good. We're like, hey, we got us a lethal combination for the nation now. We got the Wolf Howler. We got Jalen Smith, man. We looking good. He's swiping credit cards here and there. You know, oh, my goodness. And then the very next year, that drop foot dropped. I'm sitting there, we're like, wait a minute, what's going on? No offense to Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's tough being the Cowboys, man. God, dog. Somebody said, Riggs, I got you. Riggs, I can't take this no more, Riggs. Riggs! Help me out, Riggs! I'm getting too old for this. Oh, my gosh, man. We fool around and fought days left and right. After 2014, there shouldn't have been no debate on whether or not you pay Dez Bryant. Them jokers was like, nah, I don't know, man. Dez had to sit out all of the offseason, then rushed him back after they gave him his money. And I don't know whether or not I'm not going to put this on Dez and them. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't in tip-top shape as it relates to his other offseason program because he wasn't with the team. He come back after we paid this man some corns and everything. I think it was against Green Bay, not Green Bay, it was against the Giants. They had to give that man an IV at halftime. And then in the third quarter, he breaks his metatarsal or something. Like, come on, man. I'm saying, like, come on, how is this even possible, man? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. There's knees and toes are hurt. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. In 2015. And then everybody was like, hey, man, you know, that was the year we played against the Carolina Panthers. I think we were trying to rush them back. And I forgot that guy named Josh Normal or Norman or something like that. I think Big Game James called him Normal. And he looked good against Dez. We were like, man, that ain't a healthy Dez, though. You know, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah. Flashback hurts, don't it? Yeah, it hurts, don't it? Because we play around with these contracts. We say run it back, but we didn't have full faith. And the players now feel a certain type of way. And now we having this same chaos over and over again. Law politics, real in Dallas, yes. Yeah, DP says, Josh Normal. That was Big Game James that year. Yeah. Josh Normal. Matt Castle. Yes, indeed. So my daughter is back there in the seat singing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah. So it's one of those things, Cowboy Nation, that we got to get in front of this. Now, at the end of the day, if Mike McCarthy is this dude, right, that he's running it back at the end of his contract, what's the levels of expectations of him? What would be the levels of expectations of even the defensive side? I'm going to tell y'all, it's Super Bowl or bust. Because even if Mike McCarthy do the exact same thing that what we just seen by the Detroit Lions, are you bringing him back? No. We're not going to bring him back after, even if we get to the NFC Championship game. That's why I'm saying that we are playing with a lot of fire. And by us bringing back Dan Quinn, I know some people don't like this, but he is still going to be wanting to interview. Right? Natasha, tell your daughters to cover her ears right quick, because at the end of the day,
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
They're going to swallow him up for more and more interviews. That's just what it is. Rip the Band-Aid off, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, and get you a defensive coordinator in here. Everybody on this defense, from what I heard today, from a certain guy that's a family member of a player that's on the Cowboys, are not all in. Are not all in. We are not using everybody the proper way. Give me, Chris Wilson says, give me Dan Campbell. He is a risk taker. We needed that. Chris Wilson. Are you sure about that? Ribs. Bones Fossil is a risk taker. People right now ready to shank him with the butter knife. Mike McCarthy, his first year here, 4th and 20, he goes for it, and he was a risk taker. We're like, hey, Mike, man, come on now. Hey, you got to chill that out. But I give it what you said, positive, Chris Wilson. I feel you what you said, the risk taker aspect of it. But, man, if Dan Campbell did what he did here in Dallas, off with his head. Don't y'all know? Dan Campbell, my voice went away. Dan Campbell, he had the 49ers dead. All he had to do was kick the field goal. Just one of them at least. Just go for the field goal. I'm sitting here like, man, you know, where was I on this thing, on this app? Let me move him out the way. I said, man, Dan Campbell like F the kicker and them 3 points. I was like, man, Dan Campbell must got some prize pick stuff going on. Him and Dan Quinn. All of the Dans. Dan Orlowski, Dan Quinn, Dan Campbell. I don't want another Dan. No offense to the Dans, man. Don't y'all be going out there talking to people about Dans and then having them over here talking about law, saying anything negative about the Dans. But, man, them Dans, man, if you're a Dan right now in the chat, man, let me know. God, dog, I don't think we got a Dan in the chat. But Dan Orlowski, Dan Quinn, Dan Campbell, all of the Dans are having a rough year for the 2024. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness, man. Freddie J, appreciate you, man. Hit that rewind. You know, Dan Campbell had the under on the game. He like, oh, Lord. Yes, indeed. Now, how much prize picks? Okay, all right. Use promo code prize picks. All right, I want to do this at the top of this hour. We are doing a special giveaway for those who want to enter in. And that giveaway is also brought to you by Rogue Shop. I salute to Rogue Shop on what they do for the nation. And you can still go to rogueshop.com, use promo code LAW, and you can get 10% off of all of your merchandise that you purchase there or products that you purchase there. But also, they are doing a $100 giveaway. And bear with me while I get this website link. It's in the description box as well. And you yourself can enter in to win that $100, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is click that link there, and you will be entered into a drawing. It's going to be right in time for your Valentine's Day. So whether you get the $100, y'all can go to Cheesecake Factory, or you can get the $100 and go to Del Frisco. Is all redeemable for a $100 gift certificate giveaway brought to you by Rogue Shop, and I really appreciate them for taking care of the stream and for all what they're doing for the nation. The giveaway starts at the top of the hour, and it will end on February the 5th, right around the same time frame. So I would like for you guys to win it and then send it over to me. But no, I want you guys to win it and then take a lovely lady out to eat somewhere. Or if you're a lady that win it, take a lovely lady out to win it. Take another lovely lady out, you know. No, I'm just playing. Take one of these guys out too, you know what I'm saying, if the ladies win it. So, all right, so shout out to Rogue Shop. And on top of that, shout out to everybody who helps the nation out. The Cowboys, like I said, they're going to run it back. And I'm also looking into the details of this Taylor Swift thing. I'm gonna touch a little bit on this, and don't y'all Swifties come after me, man.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed
Don't
up?
y'all come after me, Taylor Swifties. I just want to bring this up, you know, by herself, with a brand of recognition, right? Of her not even saying, hey, sell my likeness, sell my appearances, by her going to the game and her flashing up on the screen. And people think that literally her brand and her likeness started the swag and surf, but that's a whole nother storyline. By herself, she generated $300 million, over $300 million. This is ongoing, so this number is a false number right here, 331 million. We know it's more than that. I'm sitting here thinking now, because some of those pass interference, I ain't trying to say it's rigged, though, Law. Law ain't saying it's no. Because Zay Flowers still fumbled in the end zone there. And Lamar Jackson, for some people, did say that he kind of wet the bed too. But some of those plays are very questionable, man. I'm just sitting here thinking, who can we go out there and grab that's a Taylor Swift type of level to bring on our side? We can play matchmaker over here, man. Who need to be hooked up with a famous celebrity, right, on the Cowboys side so we can get some of those favorable situations. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to talk about on that one. Because I know people right now saying,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
we don't need another distraction, though. Yeah, and I think Romo, he tried his best. He had Jessica Simpson. He had Britney Spears. He had Carrie Underwood. And I forgot Candace. Now he's married to Candace. So my guy Tony Romo back in the day had a lot of that distraction going on. But I don't think that any of those ladies were moving numbers like Taylor Swift, though, just to be thinking, Law. Thinking outside the box, glory hole. Yeah, Sack. I'm thinking outside of the box. All right, so here's what we got right here. We gonna open up. Yeah, he had all kind of fine women. Downfall of my guy Miles Austin was one of those Kardashians. He was dating one of them, forgot which one, but Miles Austin's of the world, he was good until he started dating one of those Kardashians. It's the inverse for us. We get one of those ladies on the modeling side or on the higher up side. We get too distracted, Yeah, it was Kim Kardashian with Miles Austin. I forgot all about. So it was Kim. Okay. Boy, Miles Austin was good until he met up with Kim, though. Allegedly. Don't come after me. I don't have Tasha K's money, All right, so. Yes, indeed. Cowboys need to put football first.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it, do it, right?
I don't make the rules, man. But we do open up these phone lines for about 30 minutes before we get on up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if the audio is straight. Let's get it. Cowboy Nation, the name is Law Nation. Come on.
There is one other participant.
Oh, we got somebody already in the house, baby. Open up the phone lines, brought to you by Prize Picks. Come on. Oh my God, hold tight. Oh, my bad. Gina with the G said they are not models. Well, whatever they are, billionaires. The billionaires. 5, 4, 3, 2. Coach Mar. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by the Mighty Prize Picks. You in the mix, man. From the 803, talk to us, Coach.
How you doing, Law, man? Be
doing
right
good.
quick, Rat, man. I've been doing a lot of posting, a lot of philosophy posting, man, on Twitter, man. It's amazing, man. These two organizations that are going to be playing in the Super Bowl got a lot of stuff in common, man. It's crazy that the Kansas City Chiefs have played in the last six AFC Championship games, and there'll be 4 Super Bowls. It's crazy that the 49ers have played in the 4 NFC Championship games, and there'll be 2 Super Bowls. And it's crazy that one of their standards, they keep the standards regardless of coaches leaving, players leaving, in and out the door. The standard stays the standard. Both of them have a lot of transition in these 6 years, but they have still kept the standard. And it goes back to what one of the craziest thing about it, Law. It goes back to how, when we talk about the race, how you start the race.
Right.
These two organizations have the 2 hardest training camps in the NFL.
True.
There's articles about the practice sessions in San Francisco. Yeah, I didn't think that the week they was on their bye week, they was in full pads.
Yeah.
And that doesn't say that's saying that they're so tough, and it doesn't say Kansas City, who runs one of the hardest training camps in football, that says that they're going to be perfect, they're not going to stop the run, but it does add a toughness to that team. And I think sometimes when you do things the right way, the football gods work in your way sometimes.
Right.
So, hey man, they came out with a victory. Both of these teams go play in the Super Bowl. But I leave you with 8 points, Law.
Okay.
If we want to be a winning franchise, before this organization is going to start to win games, the front office, the coaches, and the players need to have one. We need talent.
Right.
We need to have defined great leaders, great leadership roles. Define great leadership roles.
Okay.
Leaders got to be defined in whatever area it is. They got to be defined, and they have to be great leaders.
Yep.
We need to be totally focused on the same goals in this whole organization. Totally focused. Football has football first standards. That's what we have to have, football first standards. Football first.
Okay.
Number 5, we got to be hardworking and grind. We got that at the Cowboys. We got a lot of cupcake stuff.
True.
But hardworking and grind.
And grind for your mind. Go, keep going.
The number 6, we have to have a winning, creditless mentality.
Okay.
That means we have to, I take credit for this. Oh, it's this person did it. We win because of that person. We win because of this person. Winning, creditless mentality.
Man.
And number 7, we have to be accountable. We need to hold accountability from top to bottom.
Yeah. Oof.
And the last one, we have to have a team-first mentality. These are all the essential essential products that all. If you look at San Francisco, they probably got these.
They probably do.
City,
Yeah.
They got these qualities. These are the things that causes, and I'm not saying about luck, but when you do things the right way and you structure the right way, you have balls bounce off the face mask of guys and come down in your hands, and you get an opportunity to score touchdowns. You have guys fumbling the ball going into the end zone when they could be tying the game up, because the football gods treat the people that does the thing the right way. You put yourself in opportunities for things to bounce your way.
Man, that's marvelous, Coach Marv. Man, appreciate you so much for your 8 keys and your 8 points that we need to focus on. And I might cut that part up and repurpose it everywhere. Appreciate you, Coach Marv, with the gym.
All right, brother.
Good call from him. Keep this in mind. That's how we were built. That's how we were built in the early 90s all the way through until about 96-ish when all of the stuff that Jimmy Johnson faded away. I want to pull this up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls that's listening to everything. Let me see if I can pull this up and listen to Troy speak on the fact that Jimmy was 1,000% real when he said that halftime speech.
This was as upset as I've seen Jimmy, and I've been around him a lot, of course, over the last 25 years since he left Dallas. This was as upset as I've seen him since I played for him. That intensity that we saw as players when he was our coach, that's what America saw in his halftime talk to the team, and he meant it. And when Strahan reacted to him the way that he did, thinking Jimmy was half joking, I could tell that there was no joking about it.
First of all, I can't say what I would say now on television, but I'll just say this. Every single one of you know how hard we've worked. I don't need to have people pointing the fingers one thing or another. You get your rear end in there and you play the way you know how to play. We can win the game. We're going to open it up. We're going to go fast tempo. Defense, get after Jordan Love. You can't give him that much time. You do what you're supposed to do, we'll win this game.
All right. That's got Michael fired. He's got everybody fired up.
No, Mike, no.
Let me get in front of you.
Yeah. So Troy was talking about Michael Strahan thought he was just joking, but Troy saw that intensity. He saw that fire. And as a head coach, you got to be that ultimate motivator. What you want is replicates of you out there on the field. Let me repeat this. You want replicates of you out there on the field. You want replicates. Were you guys able to hear that? But at the end of the day, I got the 251. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to us. 251. 251. All right, we got the 302. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix.
What's going on, Law?
Not much, man. Talk to me.
How you feeling after this season, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling that this particular team, my Cowboys, let me down as far as how they finish. I think that the Cowboys started off with great intentions, right? Improving their defense, focusing in on being a defensive first-minded team, and realized real quickly that the defense disappeared by the fourth and the fifth game, but more so by game 3 and game 5. And then they had to be more of an offensive-minded team, and then that when everything started to be divided, offense versus defense. And clearly what we were able to see as Cowboy fans, we were able to see that the offense caught up with the defense, and the offense surpassed the defense, and this became an offensive-led team with defense being an opportunistic type of team that required scoops and scores and things like that, but really didn't keep that energy going. But that's how I look at it. So far as this team collectively for the 2023 season, it was an ultimate letdown for me.
Okay, so where do you see y'all being at next year?
I'm more so looking at it, if we bringing everything back, I'm looking at on the high end, 13-4, on the low end, 12-5. Clearly the same.
Okay. So do you see y'all winning the division again? Looking at my Eagles situation.
Oh yeah, my man, this James, huh? Okay, James from the 302, man, you got me. Yeah, okay, you got me for a second. I thought this was the other 302, man. Let me make sure I got you saved in here this time, bro. Clearly, you guys with Kellen Moore, I think that's going to be a situation where you guys still, I said this the other night, you may start off for the first 2 or 3 games, maybe even 4 games hot. And then when they figure out Kellen Moore, it's going to be a great disappointment, bro. I'm just letting you know, man, being objectively speaking too, by the way,
Okay, yeah.
But here's the thing. I like Vic Fangio. I think that he's a better defensive coordinator than what you guys had last year in the last 2-3 seasons, right? So Fangio is pretty good.
So do you look at this NFC East just strictly Eagles in Dallas again? No Giants, no Washington.
We don't know what Washington going to do, is still put a placeholder on that. And then the Giants, as long as they got Daniel Jones or no quarterback, and technically now no running back, that's the area of the unknown. We'll see if Brian DeBall can turn that team around. But 9 times out of 10, the Giants may still be the Giants, anywhere between 5 and 6 games next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want you to be aware after what happened this few with y'all. I got a couple few things about podcast because
but let me say this one thing though.
Okay.
You are aware that the year before that, Prescott did break his thumb, right? And we were 12-5. I just thinking that even if he didn't break his thumb, it could have been a different situation of the outcome. Although y'all had a phenomenal year in the year 2022, taking your team to the Super Bowl or what have you, but some things could have changed. But keep going. Your turn.
Oh, no. Like I said, after everything that happened this year, and me being on here talking to y'all, looking at the outcome.
Right.
Just trust me. Next year I got a lot of stuff in my back pocket, and I'm real about that because I got screenshots of how y'all was talking on here.
Right.
That video you posted of me just clowning me when we lost to Seahawks. Oh, trust me, I ain't forgetting nothing.
Oh, yeah, but it was all within reasons. I had a absolute valid point with everything that I said. Did I mislead anyone? Did I let anyone astray?
Only thing I'm just saying is that, and also just let you know, my speech therapist, she follows me on here.
Okay.
On how I talk, stuff like that. And I realize how y'all like talking about me, even though I try to tell y'all because of my brain surgery, I'm still learning.
Okay.
I might not fully recover.
Okay.
But it's cool how y'all want to mess with me. So, trust me, come next year, Law, I got y'all on here.
You got us? Well, hey, we appreciate you. In closing.
Oh, yes. So I just want to let you know how y'all always want to keep throwing, Eagles only got 1 Super Bowl ring and y'all like messing with me on here. I got some key people that's going to come up on here with me because apparently when I ask questions to my people on the Facebook side about what's going on right now, that's all they like to throw in my face is the Super Bowl stuff.
Well, wait a minute. You are aware that this is a Cowboys-centric channel, right? So you can't expect to come here and get, I guess, unbelievable support from us to y'all. That's like, hey, man, you just don't do that, man. Those are horrible expectations. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to, I can't use that. It's too crazy time frames right now. I can't say that. But, man, come on, man. Come on. But I appreciate you calling in. Huh?
When y'all wanted me to come on here, and be a man, but when my team lost, did I put anything on the Cowboys? And when you question me about my team, I stayed true to that. Did I throw anything up about your team? Yes or no?
No, I don't believe you did. But in closing, because we got Cowboy fans that's waiting, I would like for you to do this, James.
Okay.
Then let us hear from you 2 times out of a year. We play y'all at y'all crib and y'all play us at our crib. That's the week that you should be calling in. Not through the other weeks, you know. That's just all I'm saying. But if you are,
come out the closet and...
Come on, man. Come out the closet. Go let us know, man, you're a Cowboy fan.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret. Come out the closet
man,
and stop keeping a secret.
Come on out the closet, man. Come on, man. Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Hey, let me hear you say how about them Cowboys, if that's the case in the scenario. Yeah, no.
Oh, no problem at all. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, man.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret.
Yeah. Shoot. Yes, indeed. Oh, man, that's crazy, man. Hey, that's equivalent, I'm going to say it anyway. That's equivalent to say, I'm going to go to the strip club, but I don't want to see nobody naked. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where they do that at,
This is where we hold them.
Talking about, hey, he come to the strip club, and I know it's too early, but, man, come on, I got to say this, man. Hey, he coming to the strip club and say, I don't want to see no areolas. Come on, what you think? I want y'all to cover up. How you gonna do that, man? This guy tripping, Come on, man.
Sacrifice.
Come on, man. All right, we got from the 910. She is in. She's our queen to be. Queen Cowboys, you're live.
Hey, Lo, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Did you hear the nerves of James,
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's always nervous when he calls because he don't know what he's going to get from you on that particular day.
Right. I'm sitting there like, come on, man.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that, going to the strip club and not expecting to see nobody naked. I mean, come on now.
Come on.
It's a Cowboys show. He need to go see Lloyd Brunson or somebody.
Right. Go to Lloyd Brunson, Philly 500 and Indy 500.
Yeah.
All go to their pages, they got a lot of Philly fans that he can go to,
Yeah.
He don't believe water wet, man. I'm in the pool. I don't want to get wet, but I'm in the pool. Like, come on, Even the water is saying, come on, man, you and me,
That's too funny,
Go move to Alaska and worry about it's cold. Like, it's cold in Alaska. It's cold. Why is it cold in Alaska? Bring you a blanket, dog.
Man.
But keep going. Go ahead, Queen. My bad.
Law, I called because, at this point, I've been a Cowboy fan for a long time, and I know you got a lot of people that call and say that, and it has been a very long time for me.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't even know how to feel anymore. I'm always going to be a Cowboys fan. I love my Cowboys.
True.
But at this point, as far as expectations, right now I have none. I have no expectations. And I never thought that I would be, at this point. Because this year, I was like, I was very excited for this season, you know, and yes, you know, you said it all when you was talking about how the defense led off doing really, really good, and then next thing you know, the offense caught up, and then the offense surpassed, and the defense disappeared. You know, I just don't get it. So, you know, I'm just taking it day by day with this team.
Right.
You know, I can't even, you know, like celebrate anything. This is just how I feel right now. I can't even celebrate anything.
Right.
From the draft picks, the free agent acquisitions and things of that nature. I mean, I can't even celebrate at this point because
what would it take, Queen? What will it take for them to win your heart this offseason? Because we got to go through the hardship of the regular season and the playoff again. But what will it take for the Cowboys to win you over?
To win me back over, it would have to take a change in the philosophy of the Joneses. And you know, we've been dealing with the same thing with them since Jimmy Johnson left.
Yeah.
So it would have to, you know, be a change in philosophy and how they actually deal with these players and deal with these coaches. You know, they need to let the coaches be coaches, allow Mike McCarthy, because I really don't feel like the true nature of who Mike McCarthy would be as a coach has even been able to flourish because of who we have for the owners.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like Mike McCarthy, but I still feel like that in this season he was still stifled. Even though Kellen Moore was gone, he was still stifled.
Yeah.
And I really feel like they need to open up their eyes and see that Dan Quinn, we need to replace him.
Just go ahead and get rid of it right then and there. You know, we know something ain't right with him. Yeah.
Yeah, something ain't right with him.
Something ain't right.
I can't put my finger on it, and they probably not going to even tell us when they find out what it is. But it's something not right with Dan Quinn, and he needs to go. And I still say, let him hang, Cowboys Nation.
Let him.
And let's go Cowboys. How about the
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. She said let him hang, though. Right. Let's go. Let's get it. Yes, indeed. That's Queen. And she brings a lot of good things, man. Be sure, if you want to be a part of the $100 giveaway today, be sure to sign up. The link is tied up at the top of my YouTube page in the chat area. I posted right there, and it's also in the description box. And Law Nation Prize was going to be, I said Law Nation Prize picks, but Law Nation present Rogue Shop $100 gift certificate giveaway, y'all. So y'all be sure to check that out. Check that in and get on in, and maybe with that $100 you can go over to Prize Picks, and we're gonna do a double combination here. Go over to Prize Picks, and you yourself can use that, and they will match up to $100. So that $200 that you do, then you can take that and then rhyme it up and match it up, just like what Dan Campbell did, and come out with the bag. Allegedly, Dan Campbell came away with that bag real tight, didn't he? The other night, I got my guy Point Dexter, man, phone number 3, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, Point.
What's up, man?
Not much,
looked
man.
At a few of the playoff games. Looked at the playoff games this weekend and stuff, you know, and it came down to the bottom line. The winners do stuff to win, and the losers do stuff to lose.
Woo! Put that on a T-shirt.
Well, you know, Kansas City, you know, they only scored 17 points, but they held, you know, the Ravens to 10. And mostly, you know, with the philosophy of we going to make Jackson beat us from the pocket, because he haven't really proved he can beat anybody from the pocket.
True.
And then you go over to the Lions side. Even though the Lions jumped out, Frisco came back and they stuck to what they supposed to do.
Bread and
run
butter.
the ball and stop the run. You know, get Goff out there, play action. came back and won the game, man. You know, and when you see these type of things, and also, man, I've been watching the YouTube Undeniable with Joe Buck. And I've seen interviews with these championship players, Joe Namath, Terrell Davis, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, you know, and all of these players had one thing in common. They all said that they was Hall of Fame players, but it was the team that won the championship.
Yeah.
You know, you say, well, we get accolades and stuff and everything, but it's the team that win championships. I remember Ed Reed was saying he was in the contract negotiations.
Right.
And, you know, and they were saying, well, you know, you got quarterbacks that's more important. He's like, well, how is the quarterback more important than me? If I play top safety, how is the quarterback more important than me? And, you know, for that reason, why is any position more important than the other? And that's one thing about championship team. Everybody on the team know that their position is important.
But you're on a roll. You're on a roll with that. You said everybody. But let me just say this though. When you mentioned Ed Reed, it wasn't like he was by himself. You got to throw in Suggs. You got to throw in Ray Lewis. You got to throw in when they had Jamal Lewis. You know, you got to throw in Haloti Ngata. But see, what the Cowboys do and operate differently is that, and I said this earlier today when I was talking to Michael Parsons' brother, and I talked about Cowboys Sports. Can't wait for y'all to check this out. I was saying that what the Cowboys tend to do is that we lean on one player. Everybody was like, hey, Michael Parsons got to make a play. He got to be the guy. He must make the play, right? And then on the offensive side, Dak Prescott got to make the play. It's only Dak, you know. But other teams, when you look at what the 49ers would do, we saw Bosa. We saw Fred Warner. We saw another cat off the edge. We saw Greenlaw. We saw multitudes of players, CMC getting busy, Debo getting busy. Excuse me, Brock Purdy looking good out there. So it wasn't one person that had to win it all. They played as a complete team, and we can also say the same thing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Taylor Swift got busy in the press box. We had Kelsey making unbelievable catches, stretching out so he can blow a kiss to his boo thing. We had Pacheco and them running in between the splits, and then you had Pat Mahomes being the money man that he is, getting folded up like a pretzel, and then getting out of that pretzel fold and still making a play. So it was crazy, man. It wasn't just Pat Mahomes. But you know what's going to happen, Poindexter? You know what's going to happen? People going to only say Pat Mahomes won that game, man. Pat Mahomes.
Come on. But I will tell you, though, man, you know, listening to these players, these championship players that was on championship teams, you know what I mean? And that's the thing that makes a difference, man. You know, our voices are being heard.
Right.
So our voices need to start talking more about just being a team. Making all the – I remember he even said, you know, when you saw Aikman, Smith, and Irvin, they didn't talk so much about Jimmy Johnson.
True.
They talked about North Turner. Putting them in position where they, you know, instead of saying, oh, we have this, just like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, they put him in a position so he can be successful. You get what I'm saying? And the defense, we got to get a front seven. The front seven is what makes the difference. We got the defensive backs. We just need that front seven that makes the difference.
No
doubt. Hey, man, let me get back to doing what I've been doing. Hey.
Yeah, let's go, man. But let me hear you say it, though.
Hey,
let me hear you say it.
How? Oh, wait a minute. I got to do it the other way. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Yes, indeed. Yeah, 24/7 Cowboy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was echoing what he was saying. I'm not debating him. Yes, last caller but not least, man, my guy Tyreek. Maybe the other callers, I'll get to y'all on another day, but you know how I got to split around this time frame. But I got my guy Tyreek, the last caller. Hey, man, talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Lord Nation?
Not much,
How
man.
you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, as Tony the Tiger would say. You know, great.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Cowboy Nation? My thing is this, man. Shout out to Twin Maker.
Yeah.
Sullivan's team made it. He got a complete team over there. I can't stand them boys, but I gotta respect them though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just FYI, I hope y'all don't win. But
yeah.
Let's go Chiefs.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my whole thing is our organization, and you know what? I ain't even gonna put it on the organization right now. I'm gonna put it on some of these us fans.
Okay.
That are certain fans that go for anything that the Cowboys put on these rosters and on this team as an organization, as a whole. Everything starts from the top.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And what's pissing me off so much to where it's like with the fans, some of the fans that they don't understand is that Jerry Jones don't have a long time to live, bro. That's an old man. Maybe he do. Maybe he don't. I don't know.
He might outlive us all, man. But keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
Get that reptilian blood.
Man.
Yeah. Oops.
But some of these fans got to understand, this dude is just like, he's not putting the effort in that we used to see from him back in the day. Jerry Jones had made some bad trades, made some bad free agent signings, but at the same time, that should not stop him from at least trying more harder and getting tired of these other teams going to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? For a long time, the people in our division been going to these Super Bowls and winning or losing.
Yeah.
But the whole point of the matter that they've been putting teams together to go.
Right.
We haven't even put in a team to go. And understand Stephen Jones want to control the cap and all that shit, but at the same time, bro, put a product on the field that we all can appreciate, all can love. Because my whole thing is like this: as long as you put a team out here that we know is battling to the end and not giving up, us as Cowboy fans should be able to respect it. Because just like the effort the Baltimore Ravens gave yesterday, you telling me if we made it to the championship game but our team balled out like that, we're not going to give them any respect? You know what I mean? Even though they messed up a little bit, we still gonna give them their respect.
Right.
The Detroit Lions, they fumbled the bag.
They did.
You know what I mean? They had the 49ers right where they wanted them.
Yeah.
But they didn't capitalize. They ain't finished the job. But at the same time, you give Detroit Lions their respect for even making it there to battle it out with San Francisco. They didn't win convincingly. You know what I mean? They had to battle back in that game.
Two times in a row. Green Bay had a right to dead. Oh, and then the Lions had a right to dead. But it goes to show you that, hey, you're going to have to pull your resources together, right? And all your strong ties together to win in these games. You're going to have to stick to your philosophy and principle, and then you do those things. It goes like this. The opposition will make the mistakes for you, So that's just what happened 2 times, man. 2 times.
Yeah.
Green Bay made the mistake. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying Green Bay made the mistake. They lost the game, and I know some people going to hit me up and say, nah, you got to give Niners credit. But the Green Bay Packers, to me, lost the game more so than the 49ers won it. All they had to do is make the kick. If the kicker makes the kick, we talking about Green Bay versus the Lions. And if the Lions kick the ball, then we're talking about the Lions in the doggone Super Bowl. But that's a whole nother story. But keep going, bro.
But yeah, but see the thing is that I can honestly say that I see the difference between those 4 organizations than ours. You got one organization like in the Lions that came from the bottom, that was the bottom of the barrel, but they built a team. They got the right coach in there. They owner stepped back. You know what I mean? The GM, you don't know nothing about them.
Right.
Everybody step back and let that coach do his job with his coaching staff and his team.
Right.
He went out the way that he wanted to. He died on the sword. He laid on the sword yesterday.
Yeah.
By going for that call, making that call in that game. Yeah. Why the hell can't the Joneses understand that? Get the right people in place in here and back off. Let them do their job without criticizing them, without trying to take their power away when they trying to discipline this team, because that's what we lack. That's why we getting all these stupid ass penalties.
Facts.
And people not focused.
In closing,
you're not letting the coaches be. In closing, they're not letting us as an organization. They're not letting the coaches and everybody do their job and be who they're going to be. And if they're going to be disciplined to these players, let them be disciplined. That's why we lack focus and we're the most penalized team in the NFL with lack of talent. We're not going to win that way. And they need to quit selling us that bullshit, and a lot of fans need to quit believing that bullshit when they selling it to us. We need real players in here so we can make a difference and let the coaches do their job. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. And quit blaming everything on damn Dak Prescott. Because before Dak Prescott, it's a man besides Romo.
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed, man. Look, they don't want to go back to the Matt Castle days and when even Kellen Moore was here and Brandon Weeden. They say those things, but trust me, they don't want to go back to those days, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure, man, I want somebody to hit that $100, man. So y'all be sure to check out Rogue Shop. The information is at the top of the screen here. Be sure to click on that and do your thing from there in joining that $100 giveaway. And also check out the information in the description box to enter your name in the prize bucket there. And the ultimate giveaway will be on February the 5th. Cowboy Nation, that should give you enough coins to take your lady or your squeeze out on Valentine's Day, which will be on the 14th, right? So if you support those type of days, I'm not saying, that those days are real or fake. Every day should be a Valentine's Day. Every day should be a great day for the ladies or the fellas, dare I say. So I would tell y'all this, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of every race, there's a winner, there's a people that's in the middle, and there's an ultimate loser. I would tell y'all right now that we wasn't in the very end. We definitely, after we finished this race, wasn't first. We're in that middle place. And somehow, one way or another, the Cowboys got to make some minor moves in order to overcome. Now, Black History Month is next month, the shortest month out of the year. And I don't want us to be just singing, "We shall overcome." But we shall overcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowboys need to figure out a way. I do like what Stargazer, y'all be sure to check out her page, her content. She don't do a good job, she do a great job. She says football first. But it got to be in the heart. And it got to be in the mind. You see, that's why I say charge it to my head, not my heart. Your heart got to lead your mind. If you're only leaning on your mind, it would take you so many places. So the Cowboy players for the 2024 season got to have heart. And they got to come out hard. Got to be hard from the start. You got to have heart, right? Y'all can finish the other lines of that. Don't fall into the pressures of life and be
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Don't be swallowed up. And don't form allegiance to this.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
Don't do that. Figure it out. A prize fighter, even when he's down, he continue to swing. Because all he knows, he got one punch. One punch that need to connect. Don't put it in the official's hands. I got to hit you with these. And I'm going to try to figure it out. One of my YouTube mentors, right, because I kind of listen to him on YouTube. Never met him in real life. His name is Les Brown. But I use all of his content and all of his resources. He says, if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. I don't know where the Cowboys stands at right now to this day. But I hope that they looking at this situation an opportunity to say to themselves, we're going to stand tall and stand on business. And we're not finna fold up like a wallet nor a lawn chair. And we finna fight this thing all the way through. We're going to see this thing through. I hope that that's the mindset and the mentality and the ripples of the effects of what even Jesse said the other day about Parsons. Whether it's real, fake, phony, true, or not. That some of those words hit. And he said, hey, I got to be that leader. I got to be that guy to say, hey, come hell and high water, I got to be that difference maker. I got to stand tall or not at all. And if all 53 guys do that opposed to 53 brand, we are unstoppable. I said this for many of years. It's always the Cowboys versus the Cowboys. They were flat against the Green Bay. I don't know who gave them the motivational speech. Jimmy Johnson gave them a hell of a speech, but it was at halftime and not a single player heard it. So we need to figure out a way to get Jimmy Johnson type-esque inside that locker room. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry or cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, and even the haters
come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know. Had not been for the Lord that was on my side.
Come on out the closet. I know y'all rooting for the Cowboys secretly. DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
This is where we fight.
Let's get it. Salute. Peace. Roll those credits for me. Yeah. We about Mama, I love you. DC for life. Y'all rewind game, man. Y'all rewatch this one. It was a great show.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
What more do you want from me?
Yeah, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel.